Let's get ready for Monday Mortgage Minute with your hosts, Tom McNamara and Bruce Woodburn.
Tommy, how are you?
I'm doing great, Bruce. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, man. Hope you had a good weekend. Monday, it's time to get the week started. Got a lot of things happening. What's on your agenda this morning?
Hey, I wanted to talk about something that happened over the past week. Really the past month, right? So I had I just put a house under contract, right? It's a listing that I've had for a while. It was slightly overpriced. We finally kind of got down to the right price, but it had sat on the market for a little bit, and I suddenly get this offer from somebody that showed it, and the offer it had some issues on it. It wasn't perfect as far as like how it was written. And it kind of looked to me like a junior agent. So I looked in the MLS and I checked, and she'd only done like 2 deals in the last 3 years, just not a lot of volume. Right. So I knew what I was dealing with. And so we went back and forth a couple of times, went under contract. Right. And then her buyer saw what his payment was going to be and actually backed out.
Oh, didn't know in advance.
Didn't? Well, he must have had some idea, but didn't know exactly. I don't know exactly what happened, right? And she just cancels the contract. So I call her and I talk to her because I'm like, all right, this is a coaching opportunity for a new agent, right? So I asked her some questions about the guy and what his situation was and what his goals were and what he wanted. And turns out the guy qualifies for the Hometown Heroes program, right? He's a veteran. So, he was getting a VA loan, which is good, but he qualifies for the program. It would help him get what he wanted. Turns out, we could do like a 3-2-1 buy down kind of thing.
Their lender did not offer that program to them up front.
Either didn't offer it, didn't know about it, didn't want to do it. I don't know, right?
You know what? I got to tell you something. You know why a lot of lenders don't do it? We don't
get enough money.
Very much. There's no money in it for the lender.
Yep.
But that's selfish, right? Because we have to look at helping people get into homes before we have to look at our bottom line. And although every business has to make a profit, Tom, you have to offer the programs that are best suited for the client, not best suited because you make a bigger commission on it. I think
absolutely.
I think that's reprehensible. And I think that it's selfish and it's not serving the community, particularly our veterans.
Well, so and it's short-sighted.
You're able to get him Hometown Heroes, and he's going to go to closing.
Exactly. So long story short, right? We went back. I got him, or I helped her get him qualified on that program. We're back under contract with that buyer. So good news. A veteran's going to get a home that he really wanted.
Thing, you got to choose the right realtor. I mean, people don't really, the average consumer, Tom, has no idea how to choose a realtor. They choose their friend, their family member, their boss's wife, something like that. And yet this is the biggest financial decision of our lifetime. And yet you're choosing somebody that and you have no idea what their experience level is.
Hey, listen, I hope my friends use me. But I hope they use me not only because I'm their friend, but because I do a good job and I do a lot of volume, right?
Yep.
And I know what I'm doing, and
you know what you're doing. You take this job professionally. You can look up stats. So when I'm talking to real estate agents, I can pull up their stats. I know exactly how many transactions they've closed. So if you're looking for a great real estate agent, if you're looking for a great lender, choose somebody that's got the experience and the success. Tom, that 50% of realtors and lenders are looking for new jobs right now.
I see it all the time.
It's because, listen, business is a lot lighter than it was during COVID when everybody thought they could be a lender and a realtor. And now they're realizing you actually have to work. The free time, the flexible hours doesn't quite work anymore. So you actually have to work to go get your business. If you're looking for a great lender, call me. If you're looking for a great realtor, call Tom. Let's talk about interest rates. So we've watched interest rates ticking up. Yeah. We know the Fed's going to raise the Fed rate this week. It's likely going to happen. But here's the thing. We saw interest rates steadily climbing. Interest rates climb before the Fed hike, not on the day of the hike. People, the market makers know what's going to happen. So they start to hedge them up a little bit. But Late last week, we saw a couple of really positive days in the market, and interest rates actually improved a little bit. So we had a rally in the bond market, super attractive. I'm liking what I see. Do I think we're going to start seeing low rates? No, but we were creeping up into the mid to high sevens, and now we're starting to fall back down again a
Hey,
little bit.
Bruce Lee, I'll tell you something. Everything's anecdotal, right? Unless you're looking at hard data. I am starting to see people say things like, "Wow, I got an interest rate in the low fives. I got an interest rate or the high fives, the low sixes." Right? It's they're excited about that rate. Like
Yeah.
3 months ago, they were pissed about that rate. So
Yeah, it's so
it's
true.
all relative,
So
right?
second thing is insurance, homeowners insurance. Oh my God. Listen, if interest rates don't kill the market, homeowners insurance is going to kill it. Now we got farmers pulling out of the market right now. I don't know what our government's going to do, but they're going to have to do something regarding in legislation regarding insurance companies, because these insurance companies are getting hammered by these claims, these roof claim public adjusters
Now,
that are getting these insurance companies to put new roofs on people's homes that needed a new roof. It wasn't necessarily because of damage, but they're putting the pressure on the insurance company, and it's not worth the insurance company fighting the false claim. They just go ahead and pay for the roof. Then the consumer goes, wow, I just got a new roof because my insurance company put a new roof on. It saved me $15,000.
and then
Great.
they tell
Now
all their
they
friends,
cancel you.
and then they tell all their friends.
And they tell all their friends, but then they cancel them. And then we wonder why. Listen, you think it's fixing your problem, it's going to cause a worse problem. It's
It
going
is.
to cause a worse problem. So listen, I know a free roof sounds good to everybody. The fact of the matter is that when you get something for free, you will pay 3 times more for it. Don't
For sure.
take advantage of systems just because they're insurance company. Nobody likes insurance companies. We all know that, right? But we got to have them. It's like banks. I hate banks, but you got to have them.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, for sure.
Next thing,
Speaking of that, this could really affect a lot of people. Like my insurance has gone up quite a bit. My insurance on my
here,
home went up
mine
from
doubled.
about 3 years ago. It was about $3,000. Now it's over 7, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of crazy in 3 years.
Well,
But
you live in a McMansion though.
well, it's got McNamara on it. So, but I mean, it's gone up a lot, right? And my rental property, same thing, right? All the insurance has gone up a lot on
Of
those.
course.
But what a lot of people don't realize is that, if it goes up too much and you don't pay it, your mortgage company is going to put forced place insurance on there.
Ooh, you don't want forced placed insurance. If you think Citizens is high, wait till you see forced placed.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen those policies. I've seen $1,000 a month for a simple house.
Absolutely. Yeah. You could be into 12 grand a year for insurance. No problem at all. If it's forced placed, you don't want to go into that.
And that could
Listen, we
trigger
got a
that could
busy
trigger
week.
foreclosures, man.
Yep. I'm hoping that doesn't create our next problem. I'm hoping that our governor can get in there and fix this problem and get legislation to make some changes in these roof claim companies and the insurance companies so it's more attractive for them. Now, listen, I'm not all big on insurance companies, but I'm worse on taking advantage of any business or person. And I
Yeah.
think that these claim companies and public adjusters have seen that there is an open ticket. They got open paychecks. They're making huge amounts of money, and it's taking advantage of the system. But then it's a big circle because the consumer that owns the home is going, well, I can get the free roof. Why don't I take advantage of that? And then it just goes in a circle. And the next thing you know, we're into the same thing. I liken this. This is tantamount to what happened with the mortgage industry back in 2006 through 2008. And that's why we went through the crash. People took advantage of it. They knew that mortgage companies would do no doc loans and you could make up your own income. So they thought this was a great idea. Well, they thought it was a great idea because they saw their friends get into it and flip houses and make 100 grand. The next thing you know, the entire world is in foreclosure, right? The entire world went into bankruptcy because of that situation. You think it doesn't affect the whole everybody else, but it truly does. And listen,
Man.
no one should ever take advantage of anyone. It's dishonest and it's not right. Don't take advantage. Do the right thing. Always do the right thing. Know
Yeah,
that your
absolutely,
mom
man.
and dad are watching right now, and they're expecting you to make the right decision.
There you go. There you
All
go.
right. Hey,
Bruce,
have a
it
great
is.
week. I hope everybody got something out of this. This was a great conversation. We got 2 closings this week. I'm super excited, and I look forward to hearing from you later on.
Let's make it happen, man. Talk to you
Hey,
later.
bud.